Good afternoon. I'm Michelle Arthur with this February 1st edition of the CBC News Break. The woman held in connection with the theft of thousands of dollars worth of lottery tickets and money is on bail. This after appearing in court on Saturday. Amanda Priscilla Boyce, 25, of Thomas Gap President Kennedy Drive, St. Michael, is charged with 2 counts of theft of lottery tickets and 2 counts of theft of money. The assistant at a service station at Bank House, St. Michael, allegedly stole a quantity of lottery tickets and money to the value of $10,065 on January 11th. The young woman also reportedly stole a quantity of lottery tickets and money to the value of $13,814.16 on January 14th. There's been speculation the winning $2.2 million Mega 6 ticket for the draw on Errol Barday was among the batch. The Barbados Lotteries has promised an investigation should the winner come forward to claim the jackpot. Transport Minister Michael Ashley says the Transport Authority will continue its efforts to improve the image of the PSV sector. He was speaking at a passenger transport service operator certificate presentation on Monday. That program was organized by the Barbados Community College's Industry Services Unit. Mr. Ashley says a similar program covering effective communication and defensive driving should be offered for PSV operators, especially as they interact with tourists daily.
When I visited the terminal at River Terminal, I recognized that on ZRs and minibuses, I'm seeing a lot of tourists traveling on ZRs and minibuses. And that is why a course like this is so important and critical to those said operators, the ZR operators and the minibus operators.
Once rolled out, the Transport Minister believes the program could be used by PSV owners when hiring staff.
I also want to impress upon the employers and owners of public sector vehicles to ensure that as a term and condition of their employment, that they complete a certified course by a recognized institution, or certainly by the Barbados Community College.
Several secondary school students are getting the chance over the next few weeks to play UN ambassador, discussing serious issues mainly on migration and human rights. The opportunity is part of the 4th annual Mini United Nations organized by the Rotary Clubs of Barbados and the local chapter of the UN. The MUN, as it is popularly known, was launched at UN House. UN Representative Stephen O'Malley told participants to make the most of the opportunity.
We view this as a very important exercise, not just because we want to expose young people to the work of the United Nations, but we believe that it gives you a set of skills which are fundamentally useful that will be fundamentally useful throughout your career.
Meanwhile, Freddie Mansour, president of the Rotary Club of Barbados, sees the program as an avenue to help develop future leaders.
The goal of this meeting is not only to expose various issues, but to allow these participants to know what each country's position is, and also in accordance with their individual laws and policies, what their practices are. It is a wonderful opportunity for these students, parents, and teachers to see how the youth develop and become knowledgeable of the ways of the world outside of Barbados.
Many of the island's needy people and worthy organizations may have been missing out on opportunities to get assistance, and it's because of the red tape and general confusion associated with sending donations from Barbados to members of the diaspora. This is of concern to President of the Barbados Association of Tampa Bay Incorporated, Henderson Griffith. He was the guest speaker at the Democratic Labour Party's weekly lunchtime lecture at George Street. Mr. Griffith believes the biggest problem is the lack of communication between the Customs and Finance departments and other associated organizations.
When you ship it to Barbados and get to the port, they don't know what to do. Okay, I had a young lady from Houston the end of August last year, just shipped some bags down, some school supplies. The school supplies got here, and then it got stuck in the port. We need to have some kind of clarification communications going through the diaspora to tell the organizations when you're going to send anything down to an NGO here or to any organization here, these are the rules you have to follow.
Mr. Griffith also warned that this generation of Barbadians in the diaspora may be the last with a deep connection to the island, which could impact the amount of remittances that are being sent home. A local company is cashing in on various products it makes from indigenous woods. Craftworks Designs uses the wood from trees such as dunks, casuarina, wild tamarind, and even the bay leaf tree. The products made include pens, kitchen bowls, and platters. Managing Director Steve Carter says people are keen to see the array of products aside from those made from Barbadian mahogany. He tells CBC News, though, he is eager to expand. The company will stick, though, to small items.
We tend not to want to do furniture because two things: a lot of people do furniture already, and we don't have a lot of space where we work. So we tend to stick to the smaller things, which are doing very well for us. Well, yeah, if somebody wants a consignment piece made, you know, we can do consignment pieces. Commission pieces we can do. But we won't do it as a general basis to make and stock to sell, but we will do it on special order.
Craftworks has taken advantage of the numerous exhibitions, more recently mounting a booth at the annual Flower and Garden Show at Walls Plantation. Mr. Carter says the company is considering getting into retail.
We've been in contact with a few retail stores on the islands that are very interested in the product because they're more customer facing than we are. They will get the foot traffic, so that's the next move for Craftworks Designs.
The Welches and Thomas area continues to grow and is becoming quickly the island's latest business hub. The Brankers Design Center was officially launched with several architects and interior designers in attendance. Vice President of Brankers, Adrian Branker, explained the new store, which is smaller than their main Bridgetown branch, was in response to customer requests.
In the last few years, I think we, like everybody else, have noticed the development of the Warrens area and the extension of the Warrens area. And I think based on what we have been hearing our customers tell us in the last little while, they wanted to have us in a place that was more convenient to them. And it is a much smaller store. It is a showroom. It's not, we don't have a warehouse here.
Mr. Branker also spoke about how the business has been coping in the midst of a slowdown in the construction sector.
Business has not been great. It has been quite flat. But I think that you know, we have traditionally used those downtimes as opportunities for growth.
We'll have some regional and international news after the break.